Hi, how you going? It is, of course, me, Reese T. O'Leary of perpelFLAME Company. That's right, PERPELFLAME. And I hope you're all doing fabulous and well with whatever it is you are choosing to do with yourself this lovely, fine Saturday afternoon. I thought I'd touch base with you all and share some really interesting experiences from over the last week. Um, yeah, this is a very fascinating topic that is ongoing and has been ongoing for a while now. If you're not aware already, the assistant for perpelFLAME Company, Imola, wonderful Imola, who you would have seen the beautiful daughter Jojana being posted earlier in a couple of posts down. So her and her fabulous partner live on acreage in Queensland, and it's kind of, you could say, at the back of the Gold Coast, right? Kind of tucked away behind, right? And anyways, so there are always some very strange happenings. And I've just spoken with her again, and there's been more happenings. And I was there over the last few days, and unexplainable things happening, right? And it's very, very fascinating, and I always like to document them so that we can have a bit of a discussion surrounding paranormal experiences. As I like to tell people, ghosts follow me, spirits follow me, creatures follow me, so that's nothing abnormal, and Imola as well. So last night, let's go back to last night's happening. New baby, obviously, up and down all throughout the night. And Tyson, Imola's partner, says to Imola, "Can you hear that screaming lady?" And I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a second. And Imola just says, "We're not acknowledging that." We don't talk about that. We're just going to pretend like we can't hear it, right? Now, why that's funny in particular is this goes back to, I can't even remember specifically when, sometime over the last 2 years. One of the trips that I made to stay at their property with them, and it was, I think, 3 or 3:30 in the morning, and I had to go to the airport really, really early in the morning. So Imola had woken me up, and I had my bags, and I'm waiting outside underneath, like, they've got like an outdoor entertainment area, right? So I'm waiting out there, and I'm having a cigarette, and I just hear this, like, and Imola comes out, and she's like, "Did you hear that?" And I was like, "Yeah, did you hear that? Like, what was that?" And we were just like, so also, fun fact, the other night when Imola went into labor and went to hospital, her mother came and looked after her son. And she apparently said the next day to Imola, I'm not staying in your lounge room again overnight. I heard some weird screaming noise in the middle of the night. Let me tell you all, this is not an animal. I cannot conceive what animal sounds like a wailing, screaming woman, right? Like, like, it is disturbing. It is actually disturbing, and so weird. And the weirder part about it is the air goes so still. The insects stop making noises. It's like time stops, and then you just hear this. It is so absolutely bizarre. So now I've heard it, Imola's heard it, her mum's heard it, Tyson's heard it. I'm like, we need to question the neighbors. We need to, go and talk to everyone in the vicinity, because I'm so keen to get to the bottom of this, and hopefully eventually we can set up some trail cams, like some outdoor trail cameras, and see if we can capture anything on footage. That would be the coolest. So that's the first incident, okay? The second incident, when I was there the other day, right, I was buying tobacco at the tobacconist, which is, semi-rural area, set of shops, decent sized set of shops, there's a McDonald's, a KFC, the whole works. Yes, the wailing woman is not just still around, she back. And I'm like, am I triggering the wailing woman? Is it me? Am I the drama? So yeah, that happened last night, by the way. So that one's fresh out the gates. So I was at the tobacconist the other day. Now I'm at the counter, and the person's processing the tobacco, and I'm putting my card in to enter in my PIN number, and I could feel when you feel someone standing behind you, but they're really close, and you can feel their presence, and you're like, back it up, buddy, right? And I could feel, and I was like, oh, I must be taking, that instant thought I had in my head was, oh, I must be taking a long time. I need to quicken up my pace, sort of thing. And so I'm like, with my PIN number, and I go to turn around and go, sorry, and there was no one there, and I was like, okay, alright. So a minute later, I'm thinking about it, what just happened, and I was like, nah, I gotta call Imola, because she wasn't with us at the time. I was with Tyson and one of the kids, and I was like, nah, I've got to call Imola and tell her. So I called her, and I was like, hey, this just happened. And she goes, let me guess, you felt like they were standing over you? And she's like, the same thing just happened to me about 4 minutes ago while I was changing the baby's nappy. I felt like someone was standing over me watching, a male presence. And I was like, same thing. So keep in mind, I didn't mention all the details to Tyson. I just said, I just had a weird ghosty thing behind me, blah, blah, blah. So we move on to another shop. We go to this other shop, and like a greengrocer and a fish and chip shop, blah, blah, blah. A different set of shops completely, right? So we've been in the car, we've gone somewhere else, blah, blah, blah. We ordered these, food at the fish and chip shop, and we're standing there, and I'm standing here, Tyson's standing kind of in front of me with, the young boy, and as his son, right? And we're standing there, and I saw Tyson go, take a double take, and I went, you just saw it, didn't you? And he's like, yeah, there was a shadow there. I'm like, So the three of us felt this bizarre, it was like a man. It felt like a man standing over my shoulder. And I could feel the shadowy presence, and I was just like, hello, sir. So there's that, right? And then when I was unpacking stuff out of the van, and I was taking stuff out, I kept saying, again, you have to understand, sometimes I see things with my eyes, and sometimes I see things with my eye, okay? And I'm like, I always have to, am I seeing this with my eyes, or am I seeing this with my eye? And I was unpacking the van, and I kept looking around the front, because I kept seeing this dark shadow, just a silhouette, just leaning out from in front of the van at me. In the middle of the day. This is in the middle of the day. Right? Just watching me. Just watching. And I'm just like, okay, you do that. Very interesting that the wailing woman's back. Very, very, very interesting. Yeah, who was standing behind us? No idea. They didn't really, and I wasn't, hanging around to investigate. Not this time anyway. But the paranormal happenings are, we're really at the point of understanding that this mountain that they live on, it has some very, very odd and bizarre qualities and traits. Exactly, the three of us. And now there's been four of us to experience the Wailing Woman. And all at different times, and it's so funny. Tyson's always like joking that he's going to go out there and see what it is. And we're like, yeah, okay, we'll see you never. We'll see you never. Have fun. You're about to widow your family. Like, have fun. If me, Mr. Spooky Reese, is saying don't go out there, I just wouldn't go out there. I can't even stand outside at night time and have a cigarette. I feel odd. I don't know how to describe it other than I feel odd. It's not a nice feeling. It's not a bad feeling, but it's not a nice feeling, right? It's just this odd feeling like I'm being watched, yeah? It's such a freaking weird-ass feeling. And again, at around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, I didn't experience this the other night because I was honestly so exhausted I was in bed by 8 o'clock. But again, around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, the air goes still, right? All the noises stop. And a good indicator as well that there's stuff moving around the property is when the cows start mooing in the middle of the night, or, the chickens and roosters start going off in the middle of the night. Their pens are located in substantially different areas of the property, right? We also haven't, apparently a few weeks ago, I don't know, I'm going to call this one the stonemason. Listen, I wish it was so, there's all different noises. That's the problem. And of course, when you hear the noise, you have to, we sit there and go, okay, was that, because sometimes, like, in the middle of the night, you can hear trees, like, cracking. They have a very distinct noise as well, trees creaking and cracking, and they can sound like full-on, like, cracking, right? Then you've got weird-ass animals. It is Queensland, don't forget. So you've got weird-ass animal noises, some of which you may have never heard, so just because you haven't heard it doesn't mean it's not an animal. Do you get what I mean? So we have to kind of eliminate all these other noises. And when you do that, it's kind of like, what was that? What the hell was that? What on earth was that? But let me tell you, I won't be leaving the house at night time unless I'm, with others. It's very like Blair Witchy vibes. It's like, ugh. I'm not gonna lie, I made Imola get me curtains because there was no curtains on the window, and I was like, I feel like something's watching me at night time and I don't like it. Can we organize some curtains? Please. So please, pretty please, cherry on top. I have curtains now. Thank you, Imola. Thank you. I appreciate you. Wow. Yes, we will try and capture the noises. I want to try and capture a lot more than just the noises, let me tell you. But there's just an unnamed amount of, I don't know how many different creatures there are on this property. Yeah, there are so many different creatures. And honestly, I'm like, has this got anything to do with the fact that these mountains are known they're lime scale, like as in they were once underwater, right? And not only that, but nearby down the road is military tunnels. Like actual military tunnels. You can look at it on Google Maps. It literally says military zone, right? I'm like, is this some weird Stranger Things shit? What is this? Yeah? Or is it some weird-ass Mr. Burns from The Simpsons shit? I bring you peace. I bring you love. Who knows, right? Who knows? But all I know is We don't acknowledge the thing at 3 a.m. We don't acknowledge the noises. We pretend if we see anything sticking its head in the window at night, no, we didn't. If we heard any noises at night, no, we didn't, right? We only talk about it during the day, and even then, we don't get too heavy into conversation about it, right? Because it knows. They know. Whatever it is knows, right? Oh, I've told you all about the mimic, haven't I? That mimicked my voice to Imola and Tyson's. Yeah. There's some weird shit on that property, man. There's some weird happenings. So, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. But I was like, I need to raise the walls again. I need to do some witchcraft on this place, because no. So, anyways, I just thought I'd fill you all in. Is it the Australian Appalachians? Who knows? I do know that I want to try and reach out to some local Indigenous elders, see what they have to say about the area. I don't know. Maybe I can write a book about it or something. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Some more paranormal happenings, and I'm sure there will be plenty more to boot. I did warn them that I bring a troop of paranormal happenings with me. But some of these, I think, belong to the property. So, but again, for what purpose? For why? How? What is it? Why is it? Is yet to be discovered, I think. Is yet to be discovered. But, anywho, catch ya. Bye.